The night is dark and all the stars are in your eyes. You look so good to me, you look so far away. You look so good to me, I wish that I could stay October country.
I'm Joe, and I'm one of the lead vocalists in the October Country. Also, I am the leader, manager, you might say. I take care of, the things that go along with the group, the little things, like talking to people at clubs and things like that. I am serious-minded. In running a band radio, you have to be serious-minded about the things you're going to do because you're literally making all the decisions. My hobby is amateur radio. It's really about the only hobby that I have really time for or care to pursue. I find it very, very interesting. With my rig, I can, talk to people all over the world. And, or I can just talk to somebody right in town. It is kind of time-consuming. I don't really get like enough time to spend with my girlfriend in cricket, which, makes her a little upset, I believe. But, having time for the band and amateur radio and everything else that goes along with my life, I just don't have too much time for your girlfriend.
I am Carol, lead singer of the October Country. Joe, the leader of the group, is my brother. During the day, I work at a nursery school in West Hollywood with children of the ages 2 to 3.5. And we play games and I sing them songs, take them out in the yard for physical activity, sandbox time or whatever. It's interesting to work with these children because of the unusual comparison. In the morning, I'm working with small children. At night, it is at the nightclub with older people, different ideas, and it's in two entirely different worlds. Around 1 o'clock, my boyfriend comes and picks me up on a sickle, and we go home, have some lunch, and relax, talk, whatever. And then I don't have to go to the club till around 8, 9 in the evening.
My name's Bruce, and I play the bass guitar in the group, October Country. When I'm not up on stage, I'm rather introverted. I'm kind of shy. But when I get up there, it's kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. The extroverted part of me comes out, and I can ham it up a little. Used to have a hobby that I enjoy very much, collecting butterflies. When I was younger, about 7, 8, 9, 10, and there was a boy in the neighborhood, older than I, that showed me his collection, and I was so impressed by it, I had to try and obtain the same thing. And he had a beautiful collection. So from about 10 to 15, 16, I've been collecting butterflies and building up this collection. And once in a while, I'll still go out in the field and try and get something I haven't got yet.
I'm Marty. I play the lead guitar, and I sing a little bit for the group. I've been playing guitar about 4 or 5 years. I started off just when I went into high school.
He's generous. He's good-looking. He appeals very much to the younger girls.
I got into surfing right around the end of my junior high school days, and I was constantly at the beach more than I was at school. We used to go up to northern beaches such as Rincon, up around Santa Barbara, and we used to camp out and spend 2 or 3 days there and did nothing but sleep and surf and eat. I spent a lot of time at the beach, and there was always someone at the beach with a guitar, singing or just playing instrumentals or something. And I used to, after I got out of the water, something I just watched along with a lot of other people. So I started taking it up just before I went in high school. The first guitar I had was a rather cheap one, I believe. My mother got it for something like $70. And it worked for about 7 or 8 months when I was just starting playing. But after a while, I had to have something better because I didn't like the sound. So I pressured her into buying me a rather expensive guitar. It cost about $400. Then I told her I had to have an amplifier. That cost about $400. And then I got a reverb unit, and that cost about $200. The whole thing together must have cost about $1,000, and she was a little bit more than she expected to pay, and it really kind of floored her at the time. She used to say, I hope that something comes of this.
I'm Bob Chadwick, and I play organ for the group.
Bob is the clown in our group. He likes to put people on. And when in a good mood, he does excellent bit of performing on the stage.
I wasn't performing, and I felt that I needed to perform, and the rock and roll group was the best way. I thought it would be, you know, okay, let's perform and pick up some easy money. But as I got into it, I found that I really liked it. I try to write things that no one else is writing, because I'm very tired of these restatements of I love you, you love me, ooka ooka dooka dee kind of things, you know, and I really, those things really bother me. So I try and write something with, you know, with some musicality to it. I enjoy putting on a show, and I think that you have to make your presence known as an entertainer.
I'm Chet. I play the drums in the group. My father actually was the reason we moved down there. He was a high school teacher in Washington, and my mom is a piano teacher and a concert pianist. I guess I got my music ability from my mom. Long hair like mine is kind of going out of style. There's a lot of guys around with long hair like mine, but I'm not just getting it cut because it's going out of style. It's just that it's hard to take care of, for one thing, especially mine, because my hair is so freaky anyway. It does strange things, you know, like one piece of hair will go one way and the other will go the other way, you know. You know, it's not my bag to be a hippie or a flower child. You know, I just play the drums in a rock and roll band.
Thing in the business, at least to me, is loading and unloading the equipment and getting dressed and getting there on time.
Traveling is, well, it's a drag.
We've had a lot of trouble. I guess every band has it when they first start out, because they've got to do these kind of jobs to start out. So we do like private parties, like some rich people in Beverly Hills will want to throw a party, you know, like they're middle-aged. You know, I'm not putting down middle-aged people, but it happens so much that, you know, we identify it with the term. But they'll call up an agent or a friend of theirs and say, hey, we want a rock and roll band, you know. And they don't realize that a rock and roll band is loud, and if you want a rock and roll band, you've got to put up with the loudness, and you've got to be willing to accept the fact that you can't stand and talk to your neighbor 5 feet away and expect them to hear you. Like, we'll go to a job, this type of a job, we'll play one song, and immediately 50 middle-aged men and women will come up and turn down, you know, can't you be quieter? Does he have to play? And it bugs us because, you know, we're a rock and roll band. We have the right to play this way because we're a rock and roll band.
Well, to a certain extent, we would work